Morning, everybody. It is October 5th, 8:10 a.m. Hope everybody had a good trading day yesterday. I had an okay day. Um, Up 100% on the day. Not bad. Not bad at all. Had that bounce. Had the bounce I was talking about earlier yesterday. Okay, I was talking about that now. The key is, can we extend this rally, right? Can we start to make the move towards the year-end rally? Or do we break the 200-day moving average on the SPX, 4200, or 420 on the SPY, and we take a next leg lower? We have to see. Okay? Without further ado, welcome to my channel. My name is Steven Gonzalez. I use market profile and volume profile to find structure in the market, as well as supply and demand, and gamma exposure levels, and the rolling most traded price of the week, the year, the month. Okay, that all helps me define where there's strength and where there's weakness, where there's good foundation, where there's poor foundation, and then we come up with scenarios. That's basically what we do here, and hopefully you find some insight on what I have to say. You can subscribe and set an alert if you like. All right, you could also always, if you like what you see, give me a thumbs up. That'd be much appreciated. You could always follow me on X at Gonzo719. Okay, we can get right into the futures watch list. Okay, we can get right into that. Okay, let's see what we have here. Bitcoin up 0.38%. Silver is up 0.26%. Gold's up 0.1%. That's gotten hit pretty hard as of late, okay? Nasdaq up 0.07. 30-year bonds are slightly up, which will send 10-year yield slightly down, okay? 10-year yield reports at 820. ES is flat. Russell is down 0.05, 0.04, basically flat. Dow's 0.09 flat. Dollar is taking a little bit of a breather, down 0.18. Crude's been getting sliced and diced. Okay, I wasn't able to get my this short on in crude, which you cannot always. I used to trade crude every morning, day to trade futures, but then I stopped doing that, and that was something I've been talking about. Is it was just way overextended, way too much. It was bound to have some type of correction, and it's happened. Okay. Ether down 0.52. The VIX is down 0.97. Still at an 18 VIX. Okay, still an elevated VIX. Let's move on. Actually, let's talk about one thing here that could help possibly have this rally into the end of the year. Okay, with crude back at $83 a barrel. Okay, that's not going to help CPI for the next month, but it might for the next month. Okay, that's a big weight in the CPI, the headline CPI. Okay, but gas, RBOB as a future, just had like a 6% correction. I'll go into that. Maybe I'll just go into that and show you that now. Just to show you where I'm seeing that, man. If I don't remember where I'm seeing that, then that's a problem. But I just saw that RBOB, which is like a futures for gasoline. I don't know where I just saw that. Oh, I know where I saw it. Here we go. I'm just going to show you guys this real quick. So right here, RBOB, which is a futures for gasoline, having worst day in 13 months. Front month RBOB gasoline slides 6.3% to 2.21 a gallon. So, okay, my point in this, okay, is with crude taking a correction, gasoline going down, okay, dollar going down, the dollar go down more. This could just fuel, this is fuel at the market, and a jobs number yesterday that helped the market, okay, or the jolts from the other day, okay. So all they need is a little push, okay. And again, I don't have any Dog in the race, I'm just talking about what typically happens seasonally, seasonality wise. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on to the stocks I like. The day trade. All right. Um, Leader, snow, snow. Okay, snow needs to keep the 150 level. Okay, Nvidia up 0.66. Meta up 0.37. Meta, that was my little baby yesterday. Off the open, I wanted to see it hold 300. Okay, 300 is the monthly gamma flip point. Okay, big gamma level there. And it was also 299.64 was the previous day's lows. I got in that, had a nice push up. For that was my nice trade, and then it continued to rise. So it was pretty strong, even if I had a price target cut yesterday. Okay. Now, what laggards we have? Now we do have um, Apple's flat, Google and I believe Amazon or some lawsuit in the UK or something like that. AMD did get a price target cut, pretty significant from 175 to 125. I don't think that's going to hurt it that much. Okay, but it is down 0.16. Baba has some kind of espionage, possibly in Belgium, something like that. JP Morgan is getting hit right now. Let's see why that is. Maybe there's a news event. They have earnings coming up. But that's taking a hit, all right? We can get into some alerts I kept because I have alerts set. Um, we can get into that maybe later. Okay. Roblox. Roblox, I believe, has breached a key level that I have, and it could be bracing itself for a little bit of a move. We'll have to see, though, right? It's got to move with the markets, all right? Johnson and Johnson has got coverage initiated at outperform, and it's looking like a price target of 178. That's getting a little love. All right, that's getting a little love. And then we have a little bit of laggards here: Procter and Gamble, Walmart, Chevron, and Exxon. Obviously, with crude taking a big hit. All right, that makes sense there. Okay, moving on to the top sectors. This to the sectors. Leading the pack, not much of a leader, 0.17. Okay, not much of a leader. However, we got laggards here with energy. That's not a surprise, right? Crude's just taking a beating. It just crushed longs. Okay, that was bound to happen. It was really, really, really overextended. Okay, it doesn't mean it can't go to $100 a barrel, but it needed to take a break. Okay, that's what we have going in the watch list. Okay, now some key levels that I just was talking about here. Let's go to my email real quick. Let's see here. What did we do yesterday? Here's some alerts that I looked at yesterday. We can look at these in a second. In the financials, okay, 3258 is a key support in the financial sector. Okay, so we hit a key support. These are all key things, okay? Apple broke 174. Right, we're under it now. That also happened. Okay, AMD hit a key trend line. Amazon hit a key support at 126.40. Just goes on and on. Roblox 29.30 is a key level. So if it holds above that, look out for Roblox. Okay, gold hit its key support. And look at semiconductors. They broke 143.88. Okay, 143.88. So if you get a pullback to that level, that would be nice. Okay, and again, healthcare is hitting this is a key support at 127. So coming into next year, that could be a sector rotation into healthcare. Okay, those are just things I'm just talking to you guys about. All right, let's move over to some news. There's not tons. There's not tons. But what do we have on tap for today? We had 10 minutes. We have jobless claims. Okay. So let's look at jobless claims. We're looking for 210 initial jobless claims. Okay. Previous was 204. All right. So if you get more jobless claims above 210, that's going to be bullish. Okay. If you get under this number, maybe 190, it's going to be bearish. You want to see this job market soften. You want to see that because that just means the Fed won't have to raise and will look to possibly cut. Okay? That's how that works. Then we got a lot of Fed speak today. Boy, Mester at 9 a.m., Barkin at 11:30, Daily at 12, 12:15 bar. That's a lot of Fed speak. Okay, it's a lot of Fed speak. Okay? That's about all in the news that I wanted to cover, really. All right, that's a short little news. We can get right over to the daily charts. And maybe I'll even go into some of those sectors that I was talking about. All right. But we're going to move over to this daily chart here. Now look at the SPY. Let's look at the SPY. So look at that. So we opened here, right? Then we came down. Couldn't quite take out the previous day's low. Here you got the 200-day move average right under here. Okay. And we went up and we closed here. So inside candle of the previous day. Okay, so the SPY, yeah, it rallied. You went above last month's lows, last week's lows. Okay, still under this trend line. This is an old one, right? We dipped below it, and now you want to see, can the market really? I mean, you want to take out obviously this high eventually. Take out this high right here in order to get some ground in SPY. Okay, this is not whoa. This is strength, and the Dow and the Russell just look horrible. So we have to really see where are we at today. 424.65. 424.65. We're at the top of yesterday's. We're at the top of yesterday's range. Okay, that's pretty bullish. That means that we're accepting higher prices. Okay, we're accepting higher prices. All right, so let's move on to the Qs. All right, now the Qs have a different story, right? You notice that the SPY had a swing low and almost like a double bottom. Well, this was the low here, and we haven't came close to this excess low right here. Okay, look at this. Tried to come down there and couldn't. Tried to come down there to match this low, couldn't. Right? Then the market opened here. Now this is called an open test drive. So you test it down a little bit and went rocketed up the rest of the day, right? So we have a little trend line here. We tapped that trend line and kind of closed right here, right? Right above the 9 EMA daily. Okay, so look at this. This is last week's lows, last week's highs. We're still within last week. Okay, the job of this market is to break this 363 to get into this gap. Okay, now where are we at today? 360. We're at 360 right now. So we are right here, right almost at the close. Now, in 6 minutes, 5.5 minutes, I want to say, we are going to have jobless claims. This is a big number to come out because the jobs numbers, and you have NFP, non-farm payrolls, and unemployment tomorrow. So this is going to be a big number coming out in about 5 minutes. Okay, so but the job of the Qs really is to take out this 363, fill that gap. this could fuel a move, higher. Okay, this could fuel a move higher, but we have to see. Okay, let's go over to the triple headed monster. Let's look at that TNX. All right, now we peaked out here at 4.8 yields. Kind of had a down day yesterday, right? And then we're holding, all right? We're holding above last week's highs, last month's highs. Okay, so that is still bullish. Okay, that's putting heavy weight on tech. VIX is still elevated. Okay, there's fear in this market. That's a month out of fear. Now we just took a big chunk of that out yesterday. Look, we went all the way up to 20, came all the way down, but this is still a pretty high VIX. 16 VIX is a 1% expected move on the daily. Okay, now the dollar's taking a little break today. All right, this is resistance level 106.74. We're kind of double bottomed here. We're below, okay, last month's highs and last week's highs. So maybe we pull back a little bit. Okay, I just heard large order hit the tape. Let me see something here, because I think some news did drop at 8:25. Some weird, no, it didn't. So yeah, waiting for that jobless claims to come out at 8:30. Okay, so this dollar will definitely move, and rates will move on this job data. Okay, so we at 8:30, I'll flash over there and to see that. Okay, now real quickly, let's get over into some sectors. What I was just talking about. Okay, and some key levels here before this comes out. Let's go over to some levels here. Okay, so I took, now this is a key level. 163 is a key level to defend in the XLK sector. So it's defending this level. Okay, right here. Now I said XLF hit a key support level, right? This 3258 is a key support level, right? Well, it broke it, but now it closed above that. Needs to push up, right? It's been hammered. Right? Now, semis. Let's look at the semis together. And look at the levels here. Semiconductors, look at that. Had this 140, right? But now 143, it's holding this 143 level right here. So, couldn't this move higher? Possibly. And then look at the healthcare sector, okay, which is getting beaten. There's that 126 level right there. See this swing low here? Well, that's 123. But see this swing low here? That's where it's double bottoming right now. Pushing off that. Alright. So that's just what I wanted to show you there. And we can move into the market profile. And we'll see the movement. We'll see the movement inside the NFP numbers. To see if they will cause some movement, obviously. All right, let's look at this together. And I'll spread this out so we can see the movement together. All right. That news is going to drop in 30 seconds. All right. I'll talk about the profile, weekly profile. Now, if you notice this weekly profile is very balanced, okay, in the ES. Got excess at the top, distribution, you got double distribution here, and excess at the bottom. We're right in the middle of this week profile, okay? We're right in the middle of it. Monthly VWAP's right here, price is right here at 42.94. Okay, market is holding above the most traded price of the week. 420, 42.75. Okay, and the most traded price yesterday also have demand. Get ready for the number. The number dropped. Let's see what kind of movement we get here. I can really zoom in here. All right, let's look at that together. Let's look at the results. Okay, so it's under. So the initial jobless claims was supposed to be 210. You wanted it to be over to be bullish. It actually is 207. So it's a miss. This is tiny bearish. Tiny bearish. It's not a big under, but it's not what the Fed wants to see. Okay? So, back to here. You can see now we're getting a little bit of selling, right? In the last 30 minutes from here. Okay? Price is starting to come back down. Okay, now we can analyze what we have going on here. So let's get this back so we can see more of the market, right? Structure together. Okay? All right, I talked about the profile being kind of balanced. Now this is the ES. Okay? All right. So we have a clear right off the bat. Now, I don't know how many people are market profile aficionados like myself, but there's a clear line in the sand here. Okay. Now, so we're above the most traded price of the week for structure. That is bullish. Okay, that's a mini win for the bulls. All right, now price is coming down, which is fine. Okay, what else do we have? Monthly VWAPs right here, 42.91. Right in the middle of the session. All right, now a couple things to note here. Big kind of session yesterday, right? 43.04 is our high, and we have a weak low here. It's kind of poor. I'll call it a poorish low, where there's multiple TPOs at the bottom. That just meant shorts got a bad location. A lot of times that gets corrected, which just means you're going to push through and extend excess. Has no excess. You notice this? This is excess. See this? That's excess. So it doesn't really have excess. So if we come back down here, I would expect this to get boop, just extend it. Okay. Now, so that's one thing. Okay. But now I have to look at this as this is bullish, right? This structure is bullish. We have a structure, a bullish structure. Okay. Look at the overnight. Very balanced. No edge there. Very balanced. So you're not going to hurt anybody short, long, that bad. It's not that bad. Okay, so let's look at the high, the low of yesterday, and look at the overnight high, overnight low. That's inside yesterday's session. Okay. Now, market's taking a little break with these jobless claims, right? Okay, this is not a bullish thing, but it's not super bearish. Okay, as long as we stay above here, this is bullish. Okay, now this is right here is our area. This is the line in the sand. Got demand zone. You got most traded price of yesterday, most traded price of the week. Okay, you have the overnight low. Good morning, Chief. You have the overnight low. So 42.75 is the level to look at in the ES futures. All right, now we're pushing down more. Okay, you're taking the longs out, so they're taking profits right now, which is what I want to see happen. Okay, you want liquidity to go up. Okay, you need fuel. These sellers coming in now. You want that. Okay, so this is the key level of all levels. All right, this is working out beautifully right now, and if it could hold down here, that would be beautiful. Okay, this is the line in the sand, 42.75 in the futures. It's a beautiful level. It's just going to tell you what to do today. 42.75. It's a beautiful setup. Okay, they're not always beautiful, but this is. Okay, so we're going to get right into the scenarios here. Let's do it. All right, so let's talk about what could happen in a bull scenario. Okay, there's so much confluence here at these overnight lows. No traded prices yesterday. Okay, 42.75. Okay, we have demand too. Okay, so we're pulling back. Beautiful. All right. So what I would like to see is this market test this level. Oh, welcome, Brookie. What I want to see is this market test this level. Okay, even slip below it, fine. Okay, if it slips below it, that could happen, and rips above it, that's bullish, right? Or if it just holds it, then you're in demand and you're holding the most traded price of the week of yesterday. Okay, now you have liquidity from the sellers now coming down here. These sellers are your fuel to make a move higher. Okay, so now up here you have the overnight high and the RTH high almost equal, which would make that a week high. All right, so let's look at what we'd want as a scenario. Push down 42.75. Okay, even if we momentarily go below it, if you recover it and hold in this demand zone, we're going to make a move to yesterday's high, 43.04. That's supply. Now you could get a little bit of a resistance here, okay, and then you're going to try to make your move here up until about 43.17. Okay, and this is the 200-day moving average in futures right here at around 43.21, and a big supply zones up here, so I would expect the market to pause up there. All right, that's what I'm looking for there. All right, as far as the bearish scenario, there's two of them, but this would be the key here. Okay, this level again, 42.75. It's a weak low, right? So if the market says we're going to break under that and find acceptance under this level and it keeps holding under it, we're going to break lower. Test yesterday, what did I call that? Poorish low here. You're going to push through that. Boom. And you might test the most traded price of the year down here at 42.40. Possibly test this overnight low that's not secure and go down. Okay, but remember, right now this structure is bullish as long as we stay above 42.75 in the futures. Okay, what also could happen is we could move up into here, this supply, hit the 200-day moving average, and start to roll over and probably settle around here. Okay, that is the ES. All right, so now let's look at the Qs. Qs are going to look different. Okay, Qs are going to look different. So let's look at that. I'm excited about this one. I'm excited about this one. That is a beautiful setup. 42.75 in the futures, okay? Now, these are the Qs. All right. The Qs are getting mighty heavy up there with a bullish imbalance in the profile. Okay. Here's the profile. Now, this doesn't have much excess, which why it's bullish imbalance, right? Bullish imbalance just means that it has so much imbalance to the upside that it should look to move higher, okay? Because you got the excess on the low. You see that profile? Normal profile is a bell curve. It looks like this. That's why there's room to move up in the NASDAQ. That's what the profile is telling me, okay? So, beautiful again. This is a little harder because you got a monster level here, okay? 14900 in the Qs is the most traded price of the month. It's a big level, okay? Look at all this range around that level. That's why it's huge. We're right at it right now. We're right in the middle of the model. Not a good area to be in the NASDAQ. Okay? Not a good area to be. Okay? So, You don't have the best. You don't have the. You do have a weak low here as well. Okay. So let's look at yesterday. Now, what you do have is a weak high that's perfect here. So the overnight high and yesterday's high are equal. Weak hands are here. Okay, these are little players in the market. Weak hands. What I mean by that, this isn't banks and institutions that short this in the overnight. This is weak. Okay, so if we come back up here and test this again, we should plow through that. And then you're going to test again this gap. Okay. Now, that weak high is there. You tap that again, that's very bullish. Monthly VWAP, we are above. Okay, but we're in the middle of this big level here, which is not the best. Okay, we do have a weak low. We got monthly VWAP here, overnight low, most traded price of yesterday. This is your line in the sand for the bull, the bear. 14845. Okay. Okay, let's get into scenarios here. Okay. We're looking at the bull scenario, right? So this is a little tough because you have to really crack this level. So you can find support here, right? But then you got to really break above this big level here and hold it, hold it, hold it, and maybe even do one of these, break through the weak high here. And now this could carry, and you can go towards that gap, or you hit that, break it a little bit, pull back to this level, then you launch. Then you launch. Okay. Now, conversely, bullet bearish scenario, right? You break this weak low right here with the most traded price of yesterday, and you hold under it. You're going to test probably down here to yesterday's lows. Okay. Could recover, or you could fall farther. Okay. Now, again, there's a lot of supply overhead here. You could always come up here, hit this gap again, and roll back and probably bounce here. Okay. So the NASDAQ, I don't like it as much as the ES or SPY. Okay. Now that's it for me today. All right. Subscribe if you haven't already. Set an alert. Be much appreciated. If you like what you see, give me a big thumbs up. All right. You can always follow me on X at Gonzo719. Okay. So 4275 is that level in the ES. Okay. That is the level. 4275. Very important. Wait for acceptance above or below it, and that will tell you what the market's going to do today. All right. Everybody have a good day. I'll see everybody tomorrow. Brookie, welcome to New Jersey. Rosita, have a good day. Show her around. She's a busy woman. Take it easy.